Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How many of you have been so close to your dream, but the weight of pain, doubt, and distraction almost made you walk away? Listen carefully. Your breakthrough is not hiding in comfort. It's hiding in the struggle you're running from. Pain is not your enemy. Distraction is not your master, and doubt is not your destiny. Stay locked in, because in the next few moments, I'm going to show you why the fire you feel today is the very fuel that will carry you to your victory. Before anything great can be achieved in life, it begins with the seed of belief. Not the belief others give you, not the belief society imposes on you, but the belief that you plant inside your own heart. When you look in the mirror, you are not staring at limitations, you are staring at possibility. The problem is most people don't recognize the greatness they already carry within. They measure themselves against someone else's timeline, someone else's path, and someone else's victory. But this is not about comparison. This is about focus. What is possible for you is different from what is possible for the person beside you. That's why the moment you believe, truly believe that your dream belongs to you, everything changes. You stop chasing validation and start chasing purpose. The greatest battles are not fought with fists or weapons. They are fought in the silence of the mind. That inner voice is powerful, sometimes whispering encouragement, but often echoing doubt. It tells you that you are not ready, that you are not good enough, that you don't have what it takes. But here's the truth. The voice of doubt is only as strong as the attention you give it. If you continue to entertain it, it becomes your reality. But if you silence it, you awaken strength that you never thought existed. Success begins the moment you replace doubt with belief. And you decide to believe in yourself, the impossible starts to look possible. You no longer wait for approval, because approval is already written in your own conviction. Every journey to greatness has distractions designed to steal your focus. The world loves to point at your flaws, your failures, and your past mistakes. People will measure your potential based on what they think you should be, not on who you truly are. If you allow those opinions to take root in your heart, you will lose sight of your own destiny. But if you stay focused on you, on your mission, on your why, then those voices begin to fade into background noise. It doesn't matter how many people doubt you. What matters is that you refuse to doubt yourself. The spotlight should never be on the critics. It should always be on your commitment, because the only thing standing between you and your victory is your ability to stay locked in on the path you've chosen. Belief is not a one-time decision. It is a daily practice. Every morning when you wake up, you are faced with a choice. Do you live today in faith or in fear? Faith says, I can, while fear says, what if I fail? The truth is, both voices will always exist, but the one you feed will grow stronger. That's why successful people feed faith every single day, even on the days when they don't feel strong, even on the days when nothing seems to be working. They understand that consistency builds confidence. You don't have to be perfect to believe in yourself. You just have to be persistent, because belief, when watered daily, grows into unshakable confidence that nothing can destroy. You are not here by accident. The very fact that you are alive means there is a purpose stitched into your existence. There is something inside you that the world has not seen yet, a potential waiting to be unlocked. But you will never discover it if you keep your eyes on everyone else. You cannot run your race while staring into another lane. You cannot climb your mountain while comparing it to someone else's. Believing in yourself doesn't mean the road will be easy. It means you are willing to keep walking, even when the road feels impossible. There will be moments when the dream looks too far, when the results don't show up as quickly as you want. Those are the moments when belief matters most. Anybody can believe when things are working, but true belief is proven in the storms. When the doors close, when the setbacks come, when the world turns its back, will you still believe in you? That's the real test of faith. And if you keep standing, keep fighting, and keep believing, the breakthrough becomes inevitable. There is a fire that lights up in your soul when you finally say, I am enough. Not enough because you've achieved everything, but enough because you've chosen to keep pushing. That fire cannot be bought, borrowed, or faked. It can only be created by belief. When you focus on yourself until you win, you start to realize that nothing external can break you. You discover that every barrier is just an illusion, every failure just a lesson, and every setback just a setup for the comeback. That kind of mindset is unstoppable. That kind of mindset doesn't wait for permission. It takes the opportunity and turns it into victory. So keep your eyes on the vision that belongs to you. Stop wasting energy on comparing, competing, and complaining. You are not in competition with anyone else. You are in competition with the person you were yesterday. If you are improving, if you are growing, if you are becoming stronger each day, then you are already winning. Do not let anyone rush your journey because your timeline is unique. What matters is progress, not perfection. As long as you believe in yourself and keep moving forward, you will eventually reach the finish line. And when you do, you will realize that the win was never about the prize. It was about the person you became along the way. And when that moment comes, when the victory is finally yours, you will look back and understand why the focus had to be on you all along. You'll realize that if you had spent your time doubting, comparing, or seeking validation, you would have lost the chance to experience your true potential. But because you chose to believe, because you chose to silence the doubt and embrace the power within, you turned your vision into reality. That is the reward of focus. That is the reward of belief. And the best part is, once you win, you'll understand that the journey never ends. You simply rise to new levels with new dreams and new victories waiting ahead. Every great victory carries a price, and that price often comes wrapped in the form of pain. Pain is not a sign that you are failing. It is a signal that you are growing. The very moments you feel like giving up are often the exact moments you are closest to a breakthrough. Too many people run from discomfort thinking it is the enemy, when in truth it is the greatest teacher you will ever have. Every stretch, every sacrifice, every late night and early morning is shaping you into someone stronger. You cannot expect to grow without struggle because comfort never created champions. The road to greatness has always been paved with trials. The question is not whether pain will come, it will. The question is whether you will endure it long enough to reach the other side. When setbacks strike, they are not meant to break you, they are meant to build you. Failure is nothing more than feedback wrapped in disappointment. Every misstep reveals something about your character, your commitment, and your capacity to rise again. If you never failed, you would never learn resilience. If you never struggled, you would never understand strength. That's why pain is temporary, but the growth it produces lasts forever. The way that you carry today is preparing you for the opportunities waiting tomorrow. Every tear, every scar, every sleepless night has a purpose. The pain may not feel good. Pain has another gift. It forces you to prioritize what truly matters. When you are tested, you learn what you can live without and what you cannot compromise. Struggle strips away the unnecessary and sharpens your focus on your purpose. It teaches you to value progress over perfection, discipline over comfort, and persistence over excuses. Pain clears away distractions and forces clarity. It is through discomfort that you learn who you are, what you stand for, and how much fight you really have. In this way, pain is not punishment, it is purification. Every time you overcome pain, you become harder to break. What crushed you yesterday becomes light tomorrow because your strength has grown. Struggles that once made you tremble become challenges you now walk through with confidence. That is the beauty of growth. It compounds. The more you endure, the stronger you become, and the less power pain holds over you. You no longer fear the struggle because you've proven to yourself that you can survive it. And once you stop fearing pain, you unlock a level of freedom that few ever experience. You become unstoppable. At the end of your journey, you will not remember the easy days as the moments that shaped you. You will remember the days you wanted to quit but didn't. You will remember the nights you cried but still rose the next morning. You will remember the weight you carried and how it built the strength that now defines you. Pain was never the enemy. It was the bridge to your destiny. And while the sting of it faded, the growth remained. That is why pain is temporary, but growth is forever. And when you finally win, you will realize the struggle was not something you endured, it was something you needed. Victory is never handed out freely. It is earned by those who refuse to quit. The world often celebrates talent, applauds intelligence, and admires charisma, but none of these qualities guarantee success. The one trait that separates winners from quitters is relentlessness. A relentless person keeps pushing when the road gets steep, keeps running when their legs are heavy, and keeps fighting even when the odds scream against them. They are not concerned with how long it takes because their vision is too important to abandon. Relentless focus means you are locked in on the finish line no matter how many storms try to block your view. This mindset doesn't just chase victory, it demands it. The truth is, talent alone will never be enough. You can be the most gifted person in the room, but if you lack consistency, someone with less talent but greater drive will surpass you. Relentlessness is what bridges the gap between potential and performance. It's what turns I could into I did. The road to success will test every ounce of your willpower. It will strip away comfort and convenience, leaving only the strength of your determination. And when the spotlight fades, when the applause stops, and when no one is watching, relentlessness is the only thing that keeps you moving forward. That is the power of an unbreakable mindset. Most people quit not because they can't achieve the goal, but because they can't handle the process. The process is demanding, unforgiving, and often lonely. You will face delays, detours, and disappointments that make quitting look like the easier option. But winners don't ask, how long will it take? They ask, how far am I willing to go? Relentless people understand that time is irrelevant as long as progress continues. They don't stop when they feel tired. They stop when they are finished. That commitment is what makes victory inevitable. They know the price is high, but the reward is worth every sacrifice. There will always be excuses available, excuses to delay, excuses to settle, excuses to surrender. But excuses are nothing more than distractions disguised as comfort. Relentless people don't negotiate with excuses. They don't allow temporary feelings to dictate permanent outcomes. Every day they wake up with a decision already made, that no matter what happens, I will keep moving. That level of focus eliminates doubt and silences fear. It shifts the conversation from can I to I must. Once your goal becomes a non-negotiable, there is nothing the world can do to stop you from reaching it. Think of every great achievement in history. None of it came easy, and none of it happened overnight. Behind every success story is a relentless pursuit, a refusal to give up even when progress was invisible. Champions are not built in comfort, they are built in resistance. The journey demands late nights, early mornings, sacrifices, and setbacks, but it also delivers growth, wisdom, and strength. Relentlessness is what transforms pain into progress. It is what pushes ordinary people to do extraordinary things. Without it, dreams remain dreams. With it, dreams become reality. The road will try to break you. You will be tested with challenges that seem impossible, and you will face seasons where nothing seems to work. In those moments, many people throw in the towel, convincing themselves it wasn't meant to be. But the relentless understand something different. Every obstacle is a gatekeeper, guarding the prize and testing who is truly worthy. If you can push through one more mile, fight through one more round, and endure one more storm, you move closer to the victory that others gave up on. Relentlessness ensures you outlast the resistance. Relentless focus is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It doesn't matter if you stumble, fall, or fail along the way. What matters is that you get back up every single time. Winners don't define themselves by how many times they fall. They define themselves by how many times they rise. Each failure becomes fuel, each setback becomes motivation, and each defeat becomes a lesson. Relentless people transform obstacles into opportunities because they know nothing can stop someone who refuses to stay down. Victory belongs to those who simply keep standing. Relentlessness also requires vision. You cannot push through pain without knowing what you're pushing toward. Your vision acts as your compass, guiding you when the road gets dark and the path feels unclear. Without vision, it's easy to surrender, but with vision, quitting is no longer an option. You see the finish line in your mind long before it appears in reality. That mental picture drives you, strengthens you, and keeps you going when others walk away. Relentless people hold on to their vision so tightly that nothing can tear it from their grasp. The beauty of relentlessness is that it compounds over time. Each day of persistence builds on the one before, stacking momentum until stopping feels harder than continuing. What once felt impossible now becomes natural, and what once seemed far away now feels within reach. Relentlessness builds a rhythm, and once you find that rhythm, it's unstoppable. This is why so many quitters regret their decision. They were closer than they realized, but they gave up before the momentum could carry them through. The relentless never stop short. They keep pressing until the victory is theirs. When the win finally comes, it will not be a surprise. You will know deep down that it was earned, not given. Every sleepless night, every sacrifice, every moment of doubt you conquered will echo in that victory. And the victory itself will not just be about the prize, it will be about the transformation that took place along the way. You will realize that the relentless pursuit shaped you into someone unrecognizable from who you started as. That is the true reward of being relentless.